Helped police in Roseville pinpoint 50 known wanted vehicles traveling through town. And this month, the man Fairfield officers say attacked a senior citizen in order to steal his cell phone is behind bars because of it. The "it" being Flock Safety Technology. It helped police find 30-year-old Omari Garland after he's accused of dropping the cell phone a block away from where he took it. Garland's car info was entered into the Flock system. Police got an alert about the movement of his car in real time, and he was taken into custody without incident. Flock Safety's Holly Balin joining me now live to explain how this technology works. Welcome to Fox 40 News at 11.
Hey there, thanks so much for having me.
Definitely. Please explain what Flock technology is and does.
Yeah, happy to. So Flock Safety provides a public safety operating system for cities. So what that means is we help the entire city, law enforcement, public officials, communities, local businesses, even HOAs and neighborhood associations actually work together around this technology in the pursuit of solving crime. So in this case, the technology used was an automated license plate reader camera, an ALP camera.
And now your company works with more than 1,200 law enforcement agencies across the country. Agencies reporting 600 to 700 crimes per day solved thanks to Flock Safety Technology. That's almost 3% of all crime reported in America. That just must be so gratifying.
Yeah, it certainly is. And, you know, the reason it really works is what most folks don't actually know is that the International Association of Chiefs of Police estimates that around 7 in 10 crimes are committed with the aid of a vehicle. So think about everything from property crimes like burglaries and robberies, even vandalism or illegal dumping, all the way to violent crimes like in this case, an assault or hit and run cases, shootings, all kinds of things. They're committed with the aid of a vehicle. So when you speak to detectives, they say that the most useful investigative lead they can actually have to solve a case is a license plate and vehicle details.
Okay. Well, Flock bills itself as a technology, a whole system that eliminates crime and mitigates bias. Bias in profiling and investigations is such a concern these days. How does Flock mitigate bias?
You got it. So it's all about the evidence that we capture. So Flock doesn't use facial recognition. We don't capture anything around the driver, the pedestrians, or the people around the vehicle. We're just capturing the license plate and the vehicle details. And like you mentioned, that's really important. We're all subject to inherent human bias, police, eyewitnesses, everyone. But when you look at a license plate, that's a completely objective piece of evidence that a detective can use to solve a case and figure out who actually was the suspect.
With everyone living so much of their lives online, privacy is another big issue. Some of what we just talked about with regard to bias comes into play with privacy worries. The cameras, as you mentioned, don't record facial recognition. They don't record speed. And so there's no data selling either.
It's an excellent question. Flock was actually founded about 5 years ago with the belief that we could both help law enforcement reduce crime and also protect individual liberties like privacy, which is so important, like you mentioned. So the customer of the Flock Safety camera, the law enforcement official, the city, whoever it is, they actually own their data. Flock Safety does not. We handle the storage of the data, but we don't own it, which means that we can never sell it. We can never share it with any third parties. The other thing that's really important around the data is how long it's kept for. And we have a default data deletion policy of 30 days across the board. So what that means is that on a rolling basis, every 30 days, if the footage, it's not being used in the investigation of a crime, it's hard deleted from all servers and can never be accessed again.
All righty. Well, to help prevent crime, the cameras will send a real-time alert to law enforcement when a stolen car or known wanted felony suspect vehicle from a state or national crime database enters a given jurisdiction. But they can also help to find a missing child or senior. How does that work?
That's correct. So in the first case, Flock integrates with certain national and state crime databases. For example, the National Crime Information Center, which is maintained by the FBI. That has lists of known stolen vehicles, known wanted offenders, things like that, and that can actually set off that alert. In the second instance, we also integrate with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, the NCMEC, which maintains that Amber Alert list, which is kidnapped and missing children. And we're able to send an alert in literally seconds when that actually matters in those cases of those kidnapped children to law enforcement that vehicle has been detected.
So many applications of this technology already. What may be on the horizon?
So Flock has some big goals for reducing and solving crime in the US. Like you mentioned, we're already helping law enforcement across the country solve up to 3% of reported crimes. Over the next 3 years, our goal is to help law enforcement solve up to 25% of all reported crime in America. So help law enforcement reduce crime by up to 25% across the country.
Lofty goals. We'll have to check back in with you to see how that mission is going. Thank you so much for coming in this morning to share about this technology that has helped to solve crime right here in our very own area. We appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.